Oh, aloha, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful long Labor Day weekend. As we get into the new market week, the market just continues to melt up. Not much has changed. Breadth indicators look much better. The momentum and trending oscillators I follow look much better. We are getting long in the tooth in the overall market, and I kind of see this rising, ascending wedge pattern. And I'm thinking before we actually break down a bit, we'll have another blow-off move. I don't know how this is all going to end, but I tell you what, I just don't want to fight the trend right now. The things that we were concerned about, we're no longer concerned about. And the bottom line is, until something actually happens, there's no point in front running a market sell-off. I could see the S&P 500 going up to 455 this week and then reversing. At the same time, the last long signal I was able to give everybody was PLTR. It continues to work, and it's working pretty well. Not a huge winner, but in the options chain, some of the calls that we were looking at are up anywhere from 20 to 40%. So there has been a nice move on that side via the equity that's only up 7%. Once again, this weekend, though, I did not have anything of quality that's liquid, higher priced, higher quality, conviction trades to give to everyone. So with the views down on my videos lately, first off, I love each and every one of you that are watching my videos, liking my videos, commenting, sharing, even though nobody does, which is okay. I get it, man. I trade, and this is my primary source of income, but I've been on FinTwit lately. And the carnage I've seen out there has been gnarly, and at the same time, there's been some success. But what I mainly see is witness a bunch of people trying to chase pumps and alerts. And listen, I love these guys. I find them entertaining, the ones that I read on Twitter, but it is impossible for you, a new trader, or even a novice, intermediate, experienced trader, to follow these individuals. It's clear what's going on to me. I find there's nothing wrong with it. I like I said, I find these guys entertaining. I like them all. I'm happy for them. I'm very, 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 very happy for them. I just don't know why so many people and new traders try to follow these alerts, and whenever they lose a lot of money are so surprised. Now at bigwavetrading.com, we try to teach you to swim on your own. But the good news about my service is it's very inexpensive, and I give you my swing trade ideas before I take them and enter them on my end. I do have an end-of-day swing trading account at multiple brokers, but Interactive Brokers is my main one. I set up good to cancel buy stop, limit orders, and I always attach a trailing stop initially to it. You do not have to attach a stop. But the bottom line is, I give out these levels to members before I ever take the trades. My services are very expensive. If you just want the higher cap liquid positions, it's only $300 a year. I don't understand why I don't have 10,000 family members. And then the service that includes our day trading chat room with our amazing moderator, who's an amazing options and crypto trader, Brahma, is only $600 a year. $50 a month. Most of these sites are $100 to $200 a month, and I don't know how you can exactly follow them. But what I want to do in this video lesson is just show you some of the recent winners. Are they all winners? No. Are you insane? That's not how trading works. You could have as many losers as winners, but as long as you keep those losers tight and small, the winners take care of themselves. On our end lately, we were having more losers than winners. But that being said, it was basically a wash. Now we're starting to get more winners than losers again as the small caps start to come back on. We're not in the clear yet. You still see these important key resistance levels after another V-ramp rally right into them. We'll see how this plays out. If we get above this blue line here, clear skies ahead. But we should also realize that was the case back in March when we broke out to clear skies above this recent high and we rolled over. But what I wanted to show you is this is how easy it is to implement on our end. So first off, I want to show you a couple of shakeouts. I went long KNBE. The long signal was here. What did I see this day? So everybody knows. I saw a hammer candle pattern off recent price support level in that gap zone on slightly heavier volume, and my indicator was max green. Now, normally I don't keep my my stops this tight, but on this round I did. I put a stop below this low, and unfortunately intraday, K and BE got me right here. But on an end-of-day basis, if you trade on an end-of-day basis like some of our members do, it never closed below this low, maintained its long signal, it's working out fine. Unfortunately, I'm no longer in it, but look at this. It's a near 15% gain in just a few sessions, a couple of weeks, a little over 2 weeks. My good to cancel buy stop limit order on this one, the good to cancel buy stop goes 1 cent above the high of the day, $23.95, and I rounded up to 24. And then the stop was right here. This was a shakeout. This was a loser for me, but it's currently a winner. And then look at this one. Here's another one that got me. Did not fail on an end-of-day basis on this day. What was our signal? This is what it looked like. Candle over candle, off the strong price support on heavier above average volume, pocket pivot point signal, an increase in BOP. I explain this in every video lesson on new longs or on the speculative watch list page if it's a speculative stock. 25.22 was my stop. 25.25 was my limit. My cut loss level was right there below this low. Unfortunately, it was an immediate failure. But on an end-of-day basis, it closed above this low. AMR has done nothing but go higher since. Am I upset? Am I mad? Am I throwing my computers at the walls, breaking my keyboards? No. But look at this. That's an 83% missed gain. Listen, it happens. You're going to have to cut your losses. You're going to get shaken out. You're going to get whipsawed. That's what the market is. Now, do you want to look at some names recently that have been working? MTTR. What do I see here? Hammer candle over candle, heavier above average volume, and my balance of power is confirming, and overall, there is no heavy selling. Do I know that MTTR is going to work like this? No. I just set myself up for being right. Now, where was my initial stop on the position? Right there. Never hit it, never triggered. We have a 30% gain since the signal. Not too shabby, considering, once again, before I ever entered the trade on my end at Interactive Brokers on Trader Workstation, I tell you exactly where the buy stop is, how much you should pay up to it for, and if it triggers where your stop should be. Do you have to obey that stop? No. You can use a trailing ATR stop based on its average true range. There's a multitude of ways to trade these. I just tell you exactly what I'm going to do before I enter the position on my end. Not one single person on FinTwit does this that I know of. They give you levels. They tell you where you should go long, but they don't let you know that they're long until after they're long. I tell you before I go long. Once again, for only $300 a year or $600 a year, we even have monthly and quarterly plans. I don't know why I don't have more members of Big Wave Trading. Now listen, I've seen some incredible stuff on YouTube, and my videos are very, very, very antiquated, archaic. There's no flashy virtual reality. There's no fancy opening theme. But you want to know why? Because I trade. I don't make my living producing videos. Maybe I should hire somebody. Maybe I should promote myself. But trading is what I do. But I would like to have more family members at Big Wave Trading than what we currently have. Trading can be a lonely profession on Maui, and I have some amazing, amazing members on my website. And it would be great if other people would come aboard. PRFT. Still, I ran out of shares. I no longer have shares in PRFT. I actually have members that are still long this stock. PRFT has been an amazing name, has never even closed below the 50-day moving average since getting long. 148% gain in under 1 year in this name. I wish the signal would have been strong enough to load the boat. I really do, but it wasn't. What I had was a candle over candle above a rising 50-day moving average, back-to-back pocket pivot point signal days, and if PRFT wouldn't have been can slim or perfect speculator quality, that above average volume might not have been enough to be a long, but it was in one of my top scans. Balance of power has been positive during the entire move. That's why we went long. We got filled. 49 was the buy stop. Rounded up to 49.10 for the limit offset. The initial stop loss was here. And as you can see, never came into play. It's been a beauty. PRFT. How about this recent name, HRC? Where's the white triangle? Well, it's been a 100% full sell because they were bought out at $156 in an all-cash transaction. This was the signal. HRC, can slimmer perfect speculator quality. Currently can't remember which scan that was in. Heavier above average volume, increase in BOP. Candle over candle, right above the rising 50. Buy stop, 115.29. I paid up to 115.40 for it. Got filled. Was an easy hold. But following Thursday session, 100% sell signal because this thing isn't going to go anywhere after this. But there's a 31% plus gain. How about another longer term winner? Pool. What did Pool look like when we went long? Once again, candle over candle, heavier above average volume, pocket pivot point signal, increasing green BOP. I tell everybody my buy stop is at 342.12. I'm willing to pay up to 342.20 for it. The next day, Pool triggers and I'm long. My stop right here. Pool never comes close to touching it and works great. Now, right now, per these signals, and I do increase big size. Right now, I'm just risking 1 R per trade. You don't have to do that. You can go all in. You can use 50% of your account. You can use 20% of your account. The bottom line is it's up to you. But once again, 45% move, giving you the trade idea before I went long. Just like my last public trade idea on PLTR. Gave that to everybody on this day right here. Told you what it's going to take to trigger me in. It took 3 sessions before that stock trade triggered. You could have grabbed it on the pullback and gotten a better price than me. Your options would be up around 50%. Just want to let you know. I did this cheap one. Told everybody else you could have used UNG if you wanted. There's no difference to me. UNG, since getting long, 21%. I just stuck to gas, and I got filled on the pullback the next day. But do you see what I have here? I have a engulfing candle, almost engulfing, but it's a nice hammer, right above the uptrending 50-day simple moving average on heavier above average volume with BOP surging to the 100 level. Got filled the next day. It's been good ever since. Everybody else could have done UNG. You also could have done the options. You also could have done natural gas futures. It's up to you. I keep it simple with the stock. Another recent winner, SEMR. Let's get to the signal date right here. Candle over candle above the rising 50, heavier above average volume, pocket pivot point signal, big surge in BOP from the previous BOP levels. The game plan, get long at 20.98, limit 21, you risk to here. SEMR came close on this day, but didn't trigger that stop. We're still long. SEMR, since that long signal, 36% gain. Then there's only a couple more to go through. EDR, this was the long signal. The very next day, fell down. Well, that's a loser, right, Josh? Nope. Because the good to cancel buy stop is 24.76. The limit is 24.80. The very next session, the high of the day is 24.32. Nothing triggers. The very next day, now we trigger and fill and we're in. Short-term trade right now, still working, 10% gain. Once again, I give you the exact trade details before I take the position. When a bigger cap that's been working, IT was also in our quarterly portfolio. By the way, for $300, $600 a year, I also give you quarterly portfolios. If you don't even like trading this much, 90-day holds, 10 stocks, 10% of your portfolio. I have 3 of them. You hold for 90 days. We reconstitute it after 90 days into perpetuity until I die, whichever one comes first. We also have long-term trade ideas, pot stocks, big cap stocks. We have those in our Discord room. IT, hammer candle, off previous resistance, now becoming support. Heavier above average volume, increase in green BOP. 254.10 is the trigger, 254.20 is the limit. got in the next day. IT has been smooth sailing since. This is a big cap name given out to everyone before I ever took the trade. 23% gain on IT. Now, what signals do I increase size on? If you haven't watched these videos before, they look like this. EVC. You got a multiple pocket pivot point signals. You have a volume truncation of this previous high volume bar, and you got a surge to max green bop. Did I load the boat and go all in? No. Very systematic. Definitely increased size to multiple Rs. Didn't load up. Hindsight now, because the signals are so rare of getting something this quality, definitely should have. But EVC, has it ever even closed below the 50 since we went long? And I say we because, once again, I gave this one to everyone, like all the others, before I ever took the trade. 410 was your buy stop. Your cut loss level was right here. Never even came close to it. It's been golden. And then the last one, of course, I want to review, III. I love showing this one because III teaches me something that I still need to do next time I get a signal like this. Look at the volume truncation in the middle window. Look at all the previous pocket pivot point signals. Wish this day would have had one. Would have really increased sized. Have a bop surge. Now, why is there a wide arrow there, you might say? Because this was the initial long signal. The bop, volume, pocket pivot point signal, and engulfing candle was good enough to go, but this was a much better signal. And did I get shaken out of this position? On this one, no, because I had half my stop below this low. That got triggered, but I had my final stop below 516, and you can see that didn't touch it. So I still had a partial position. Then I got this great add signal. This is what I got to work on and remember. When I do get this is not what I would consider great either. When I get a really good to a great signal like EVC or III, this happened to me in FRBK, by the way. When I get this hammer right here, which shakes me out of half, I then need to rebuy and go all in if the shakeout candle closes strong. And this is a hammer candle. I re-go fully in with the buy stop above 562, willing to pay up to 565. This being my stop. Had I done that, I'm now back to more than full size in III, and it never came close to touching that level since. III is working perfectly from the second better signal, 30% gain in a little over 2 months. So that's what we got out there, guys. I mean, we've got some good winners. They're not all going to be winners. In fact, I want to show you one I took on Thursday that immediately failed on Friday. PKE. Is this chart different than the others we looked at? Yeah. But you know what? It's definitely not as strong. Were any of the others off the 200 with the downtrending 50? No. But I gave it a shot. I like the hammer, candle over candle off the 200. I like the heavier above average volume, and I like the bop surge. 1468 was my stop, buy stop. 1490 was my limit. My cut loss level was 1428. That was my good to cancel sell stop order on the entire position if it triggered and filled. Well, my goodness, it did all that in one day. You can't win them all. What was that massive loss that we took? Not too bad. Okay, everybody. Sales pitch is over. It's not even really a sales pitch. Just want to show you guys why being a member of the Big Wave Trading family is so worth it for the cost. I cannot believe what I've been seeing lately on FinTwit. And if you're getting involved in any of these stocks like that I've been seeing, you better be buying the flushes and the dips and not buying the breakouts, because the messages I've seen from people that have lost a lot of money is very concerning. So that's why I basically wanted to make a mini infomercial video. The views are down. I would love it if you guys could share my videos, like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, help me out here, guys. I'm actually begging at this point. I love this stuff so much, but it's so sad to see that there's so few views on some of these videos. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your Labor Day, holiday day, and I will see everyone that's a member of Big Wave Trading in the chat room Tuesday morning. Aloha.